Good evening, good folks. Hi, guys. You have just tuned into And Let's Digest. Before we get started, you guys already know the drill. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button. Make sure that you like. Make sure that your bell is highlighted so that whenever new content is posted, you guys will get the notification. So, first of all, let's dig into the fact that my face looks all flushed and probably the driest it's ever been, but I look all flushed. Anyway, hopefully you guys don't hear my fan because I love you guys so much that I turned it down on low. But your girl is still very much warm tonight. I.e., hopefully you guys have been feeling amazing. Hopefully you have been feeling your amazing self. I don't know. The weather's changing. The season is definitely changing. And I just hope that you guys are good. I'm trying my best not to say the fact that, I felt amazing today. I felt wonderful, my wonderful self. I felt the healthiest I've ever felt today, right? That's at least what I'm speaking. So she's bald faced, she's wet faced, she is all her tonight. But guys, listen up. Tonight is just me, of course. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do something different for my Wednesdays. It seems like, getting somebody else's schedule to coordinate on a Wednesday at 10 o'clock. Huh. Um, so maybe I will adjust the times or you guys will get pre-recorded on Wednesdays. You let me know in over there at that say something box down there. Let me know. Guys, I entitled this tonight April showers or May flowers. And I'm going to say why I entitled this that. I literally was going a little maybe to the right with that conversation. But on yesterday, me and my business partners, we kind of we did a live where we discussed some things that happens in April. We were discussing other topics, but at the end of the live, we did mention that this month is Awareness Month for Stress. And so I thought about it. I'm like, what better way to kind of open up the month of April than to kind of discuss things? Because after digging and researching for the topic that we briefly discussed on yesterday, I found out some things that I did not know. So I had the pleasure of digesting some things or some information that I found out. And again, I felt like, I celebrated Women's History last month. Why not come on tonight and open up April? Hopefully you guys played at least a one April Fool's joke. I did. But hopefully you guys did to kind of kick off your April. And if you didn't, we're going to kick it off this way by showing awareness, by speaking about it. And so I entitled this April Showers or May Flowers. Yeah, I know. The normal saying is April showers bring May flowers. But after doing some digging, after putting some things on my plate to digest, I realized that April is literally considered the cruelest month of them all. But why would that be when it's the start of spring? Why would that be when April showers, a little bit of rain, depending on what kind of mood that puts y'all in. Uh, and then, the saying is April showers bring May flowers. So technically, aren't we supposed to be transitioning into the good season, into the happy season, the warm season, the cookouts, honey, the Easter egg hunts, something. However, that wasn't the case when I dig some stuff up. It was that April is the cruelest month. April is the cruelest month because suicide and depression rates are very high during the month. Um, I don't know why that briefly made me feel a kind of way, but it did. I think saying it out loud allows me to digest it even more. And yeah, that's what this month is known for. So for me, I wanted to come on and kind of digest this thing with you guys a little bit, at least as to how I took it and how I decided to shape out my perspectives on the entire thing, right? I feel like this little flyaway here is just Yeah, one of these days my ponytail is gonna be the same length. But anyway, I wanted to discuss that. And because, you know, that's the case, that's what they say is the coolest month, it doesn't mean that it has to stay that way. Meaning, if we all bring a little bit more awareness, if we talked about things a little bit more, if we weren't so afraid to share our true feelings with each other or not, or with ourselves, then maybe the load won't get so heavy. The road wouldn't be so long. We wouldn't find a corner to ball ourselves up in because that feels safer than talking about it, or that is safer than showing your emotions, or that is safer than maybe even having support, family support, friend support, whatever. Sometimes we're just so, I don't know, I don't know the word for it. Maybe sometimes we're too strong to be weak. If that's how that's how I just took it. So anyway, so my thing was, okay, April showers are Mayflowers. So since this is known as the coolest month, I figured let's talk about some ways to kind of decrease stress. Let's talk about ways to decrease depression. Um, and I'm on a different kind of level these days. So for me, depression is just a thing. It's another feeling. And it's not something that I can be diagnosed with, or it's not something I'm going to carry around because it's not mine to have. Depression is all about feelings. You love someone, you feel a certain type of way, right? You feel a certain type of way, you want to label it as something. And so I felt like depression is like a cop out nowadays. Not to say, hey, if somebody's having some issues with it, that is not real. It is real. But for me, depression is just overwhelming feelings that you do not know how to control. Let me say that again. To me, depression is overwhelming feelings that you do not know how to control. Some people are depressed, and maybe I've been this way, depressed because I'm too happy all the time, and or maybe I have to be happy all the time. All the time. But some people are depressed for different reasons. It's not necessarily because of someone. It's not necessarily because of something. Some people just don't know how to express their feelings. And so they get into this space where they shut down, where they don't do maybe what the average person does or respond the way the average person does. And so we all, the average people, think that something is seriously wrong, and the world tells us that. And so in return, we say, hey, we have depression, or hey, we have a mental illness that is uncontrollable. I don't know. I disagree with that now. Maybe because I'm on this journey of inner standing and a journey of self healing and a journey of just being completely aware of where I am and who I am at all times. Maybe because I'm there, I can now say that I rebuke or I refuse to see things the way the world sees it. And so, even though I researched and the first thing that came up was April is the coolest month because of stress and depression, my perspective is, are you going to take the April showers or the May flowers? I.e., my title is April showers or May flowers. You choose. Now, we ain't claiming nothing. We're not, this is not a claim to say that this is what's going to happen to us during April. But we will say, for those who may be experiencing some issues, for those who may find themselves in the middle of the month of April and cannot seem to juggle all the feelings that they have, I want you to find something that brings you peace, something that makes you laugh. Even if in the middle of crying you find something that's very funny and you just burst out laughing, please do so. I want you to do that. I want you in that moment to realize that those are your showers. That right now in that moment, because you don't know how to manage all your feelings, that you're having some showers. So when you have those showers, again, you can choose to sit in them, be sad, be stressed, allow your feelings to control you instead of you being the one to control your feelings. Or you can change the narrative. You can say, you know what? I prefer to laugh all day. Instead of crying, I'm just going to giggle. I'm going to find the funniest thing that I could possibly find, even if we're in the middle of a sad situation. Because life happens and sometimes it's not funny. Sometimes you can't find the silver lining, or is not apparent. You can't see the silver lining. But depending on where you are in life and what you're choosing in that moment, you're choosing the showers or you're choosing your flowers. That determines whether or not you walk out or your feelings walk out of this. By saying you choose the showers, again, you're going to stay there, you're going to sit there, you're going to let your feelings control you because you are not in control of that shell that you're in. Or you're going to decide to say, you know what? Nope, I'm going to find something else to do. I'm going to redirect my feelings. Matter of fact, I'm going to create some other feelings to put on top of those feelings that think that it's about to control me. So, again, feelings that we can't control. For me, I feel like that's depression. So, in the midst of not controlling some feelings, why can't we just go create other feelings to feel, right? Is there a book that says that we can't? Is there a law that says that we can't? Because we don't want to be breaking no laws. I don't think that there's a law that says that. I don't think that there's a law that says just because something is sad that you can't be happy. Just because something isn't funny that you can't laugh. Maybe who is it not funny to? Who is it not a happy moment for? The person who's experiencing it? Well, you're the person experiencing the things that you're experiencing. So why can't you create the feelings that you want to have, that you can control, that you can manage in that moment? Maybe you can't handle the sadness right now. Maybe you don't want to handle the family problems right now because that puts you in a different kind of space. Then cool, don't. Do not. Because we don't want April showers. We want May flowers. We want to see this thing differently. We want to have a different perspective so that when May comes in, we can look back at April and say, you know what? I run this. I control me. I definitely control what I feel and how I feel it. That is going to be your flowers. Those are your flowers to yourself. I just posted something on my social media page. I cannot talk today. On my Facebook page, Deidre Wells. If you want to follow me, I'll appreciate it if you follow me. But I posted something there about me buying my flowers or buying myself flowers because I always talked about it being something that I would do. And just this particular day, the other day, I walked in the store and I don't think I was feeling anything at the moment. But when I saw them, I immediately felt happiness. I felt beautiful. And so I'm like, I'm coming back to get those after I go get what I get in the store. It was only one of those, right? A particular color. It was special to me in so many more ways. But so I saw them and I got them. I created, or feelings were brought upon me when I first saw them, right? Those were the feelings that were given to me because of what I saw. We feel because of what we see, we hear, we smell, definitely what we think. But those are things that trigger our feelings, our emotions. And so after seeing that, those are the feelings that were given to me per se. I decided to create more feelings, real feelings, by purchasing the flowers and taking them home for myself. Again, women, ladies, my queens, if you don't buy yourself flowers, buy yourself flowers. Let that be something that you do, not necessarily that you wait on somebody else to do. I think it's something so empowering and so grown and sexy about a woman who purchased her own flowers. Yeah. But back to the topic at hand. When I purchased them and I got them home, guess what? I get to have that feeling for some days. I don't have a green thumb, but they're still alive. But every time I see it, every time I think about it, if I smell them, they give me more emotions and feelings that I can handle, that I can manage. I.e., I did purchase my own physical flowers, but because that kept me in a safe space, because that kept me in a stress-free space, I'm able to have my flowers on top of my flowers. I hope you caught that. I got my May flowers and it's not even May yet because I'm already juggling April showers. So they say it's the coolest month. So research has showed, or data has showed, that it is the highest month for depression and stress. Can't we turn that into something else? Because whose definition are you going by? Yeah, there's a textbook definition and, the general things, but certain things, when it's being placed on you, the textbook definition goes out the window. Because guess what? You are the piece of the puzzle that makes the equation different. You are the added chemical that is going to give it a different reaction. So how dare a textbook definition explains everybody? All about perspectives. So again, what are you going to choose? Your April showers or the Mayflowers? You choose. Either way, April showers can bring Mayflowers. So I felt like that was really a legitimate statement, Although, scientifically speaking, the rain falls to, everything is warming up, water or snow everywhere is falling, so rain tends to just fall more so that the plants can get what they need and get their flowers. Did you catch that? Let the showers that could possibly rain on your April give you the right soil for your flowers to bloom as they should, beautiful and bright. Guys, I don't know. I'm loving it tonight. I'm loving myself. I love my energy because this is how I choose to feel. And if you guys knew what life was trying to make me feel like a couple hours ago, I don't know. But I'm choosing my flowers, not my April showers. Even if that includes health scares or not feeling my physical best, I choose flowers even in those moments because I run this. So again, since I said it like that, I'm going to say what the great Mr. Kevin Howell says tonight. Tonight, guys, I'll see you later. But peace with two fingers together, never separate, because it's always about togetherness. And together, we're going to digest this thing called life. It's been my pleasure. Night.